Howdy folks, Greyhawk 4x4 coming at you again, your resident vintage gamer. Today, obviously, we're going to talk about the fact that I'm back. I have not done a video for about 6 months. And for the biggest reason for that is that I was pretty pissed off about the YouTube changes to the YouTube monetization. And I'm not the only one. I mean, there was a lot of other YouTubers. I'm just a teeny tiny little YouTuber, and there were bigger YouTubers that left the platform and have changed over to doing things on Facebook, like Facebook Gaming, and of course a lot of people are doing Twitch now instead, you know, and stuff like that. But I just kind of just took 6 months away. You know, I mean, I have a full-time job, so I mean, I don't rely on this for anything. But so my goal, of course, at some point was to turn this into something that where when I decided to retire from my day job, that I could do YouTube as some revenue, and then do some other things, some game design and stuff like that. When I'm talking about tabletop, game design and stuff like that, to augment my income and all that. So the idea was to build up the channel, and then right around the time when I'm getting ready to retire, hopefully have enough, by that time have built it up enough to have a decent revenue stream. But then of course YouTube changed everything, and I kind of got pissed off and said, I'm gonna take some time away. But then I thought, I mean, it gave me a long time to think this stuff over, and I realized that in addition to the fact, I mean, I wasn't making any money because I'm such a small YouTuber anyway, but, I got a couple of checks from YouTube. I'm talking like over the entire period of me doing it, you're talking a couple $100 is, I think, what I made. But, that could always grow and all that, and I decided that there were other things that I got from doing YouTube videos from my channel besides any kind of monetary promise or whatever. I got involved with TSR Games, the new TSR Games, and helped to design the new Top Secret game, and everything that went along with that. I mean, I became the project manager for the company for a while, and I ended up going to GaryCon a couple times, and I met all these old game designers from the original TSR that are all legends that you hope to meet at some point. If you're an old tabletop gamer like myself, D&D, etc., you want to meet those people, and because I never got to meet Gary Gygax, I never got to meet Dave Arneson and others, but I got to meet a lot of them now as a result of going to GaryCon, which was indirectly as a result of my YouTube channel, because none of that would have ever happened had I not done my YouTube channel, because the head of TSR, the new TSR Games, is the one that reached out to me after seeing my videos, and that's how I got involved with all that. So no YouTube channel would have meant I wouldn't got to do any of that stuff. So, and then, I went to, I've been to several Comic-Cons and other things like that as a member of the media, so I got to do interviews with talent that, like the late Scott Wilson from The Walking Dead. I got to interview him at one of the Salt Lake Comic-Cons. And now he's passed away. And so I can say, I got to meet him, talk to him, interview him, the whole bit. That's something that wouldn't have ever happened if it hadn't been for my YouTube channel. So I've been reflecting on all of that stuff over the last 6 months, and I realized not only that, but I mean, I've actually made friends with people with subscribers that have reached out to me through Steam and other places, and I've never met them in person, but we've chatted through different platforms and so forth, and we've exchanged gifts at Christmas time, he buys me a game, I buy him a game, you know, whatever, through Steam and stuff like that. So, you know, friendships like that have developed also as a result of the YouTube channel that would have never happened. So, taking all that into consideration, I decided, what the hell, I'm gonna start doing videos again. No guaranteed set schedule on when I'm gonna do them or any of that yet. As long as I'm working my full-time job, I'm not gonna commit to any of that stuff. I'm just gonna do them as I feel I need to do them, and so forth. I'd like to say I'll do one a week. That would be, you know, like a gaming vlog once a week. You know, maybe I'll try to do that, but other than that, I'm not gonna make any promises. So with this video, I want to talk about something that all the YouTubers talking, gamer YouTubers are talking about, and of course that's Fallout 76. And you've heard all of the boilerplate issues that everybody's brought up already. The fact that they're using an engine that they didn't do any tweaking to for Fallout 76. They kind of just took it from Fallout 4 and just ported it in for 76, and it's got all kinds of bugs, and you've heard all that stuff. And then, of course, you heard that there was the fiasco with the Power Armor Edition. Power Armor Edition. There's my Power Armor helmet right there, because I bought one of them. And the fact that the El Cheapo bag that they sent instead of a canvas bag, as they said would be in the $200 edition, you know. So when you put out $200, you have a certain expectation of what you're going to get, especially when they tell you what you're getting, and then you get, you know, a piece of crap. But anyway, so they've made that right supposedly, because they've told all of us that they're going to send us now these canvas bags when they get them made. But then they went ahead and there was a bug on their website which allowed other people to see all of our personal information, all of us that had done tickets to get the new canvas bag. And it was only up, who knows how long it was up, but there were plenty of YouTubers, or not YouTubers, excuse me, of Fallout 76 players who took screenshots, and luckily they were cognizant enough to blur all that information out, so that, you know, they didn't then share it with the world, you know. But they did post screenshots with it all blurred out and everything to say, yeah, this is what we're seeing is all these people's personal information. And so that happened. So there's just been, and the game it still is. I played it last night. It's still a buggy, horrible mess. It really is. At least on PC. I don't know, I can't speak for console, but on PC, it's still a train wreck. It really is. And I'm a fanboy. I've played 1,000 hours on Fallout 4. Okay? I've got every game Bethesda's ever made. I've got all the swag. I buy all the collector's editions. So I'm a fanboy. Well, I was. Well, I shouldn't say. I guess I still am, because I keep hoping that Bethesda's going to fix all this stuff and make it right. But they've certainly damaged my opinion of them deeply. And if they lose me, if they lose people like me, they call us, you know, whales, because we buy all the frickin' collector's editions, $200, $150, whatever it is, and we end up buying it because we have a little bit of discretionary money, and we're fanboys, so we buy the stuff, and they know that. But if they lose us, and apparently there's a lot of us from what I hear, they're definitely going to take a hit, you know. So there's one thing that nobody's talking about, another problem with this whole Fallout 76 rollout when they first did it, that no one else is really talking about. So I'm going to talk about it real quick. And that is with that Power Armor Edition. When they made that announcement at E3 and said, oh, we're going to have this special edition with a real Power Armor helmet, blah, 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 in the time it took me to get from my couch down to my computer and get on Amazon and everything else, it was already sold out. Went to Best Buy. sold out, all that. So obviously there were some people out there that had a heads up about it because it was already gone. And it was not unexpected. I kind of expected that didn't blow, I mean, when it happened, I didn't go, holy crap, I can't believe they're sold out. No, I kind of expected it. Because I remember with the Pip-Boy that it sold out instantly, you know. So, but as with the Pip-Boy, I just signed up for an alert thing through Amazon to text me if they become available so I can jump on and order one real quick. And so that's what I did again. And I waited and I waited and waited. No more were becoming available. Now with the Pip-Boy, they got Bethesda to cut some more loose. You know, it was like maybe 2 weeks later they got a few to cut loose, and then a couple weeks after that they got some more. And so I got one ordered and everything. And I was like, well, they'll probably do the same thing with the Power Armor edition. You know, they'll get Bethesda to cut some more loose and some more allocations, and then I can order one. Well, that didn't happen. And as you probably know, there was a beta for Fallout 76. And the only way that you could get into the beta was if you pre-ordered the game. Now, I wanted the Power Armor edition, but I couldn't pre-order it because there were none available. So I wanted to get into the beta, so what did I do? Well, I went ahead and I ordered one. I pre-ordered one of the regular ones so I could get into the beta. Because I was thinking, I may get asked out of this Power Armor. I may just not be able to get one. And so I might as well just pre-order it and get into the beta. I was thinking, you know, because might as well get something, right? And so I did that. And then I noticed something. Right after the beta ended, they had several beta dates. Right after that, it was like the next day after the very last beta day. All of a sudden, I just went on a whim. I just went on to Amazon. I didn't get a text or anything. I just went on there just to see. Clicked on Power Armor edition available. Boom! I ordered one. Bam! You know. And I even told some of my friends that I have that game in California and stuff. And they're big Fallout fans. Sent them text. Hey man, you know, get on Amazon. They're available right now. You know. And by the time they got on there, the ones that had been allocated were gone, so they didn't get one. And so I thought, okay, well, this was it. They just allocated a few more, and boom, they're already gone. But luckily, I got one, right? And so I knew though that I was just already stuck with two of them now because I did the regular one, and I'm going to get a Power Armor one. But then I noticed, I checked like the next day, there was more available, and then the next day, and then they would sell out again. You know, but every day there'd be some more available. It'd be $199, regular price, you know, and then like those would sell out, and then all of a sudden you'd see the people that were trying to resell them for $300 or whatever, you know. And it occurred to me that that tells me that there's no reason Bethesda could not have allocated those before the beta. And to me, that's dirty shit right there. Because what they did was, they hoped that people would do the same goddamn thing that I did, and figure they're not going to get one, so they pre-ordered a regular edition, and then they figure after the beta they'll cut some loose, and they'll get people to buy two of them. Because this is the Steelbook one that comes with the Power Armor edition. It's still sealed. I don't need the code in here, because neither one of these have a disc in them. They just have the codes in them. I'd already unlocked the game with this code when I did the beta and everything. And they got me for $280. I'm an idiot, right? But here I was thinking I'm not going to get a Power Armor edition when I might as well get into the beta and pre-order it this way to get in the beta. And I guarantee you there's several people like me. There's quite a few of us that are probably out there that couldn't get the Power Armor edition, and we said, well, we got to pre-order something. Pre-ordered it, and then they started allocating them like crazy after the beta. So they had them. They could have done it before. To me, that is deceptive practices. Okay? Because, and there's probably no law. It's technically not against the law, I'm guessing, to do that the way they did it. And people can't say that it was Amazon, because it wasn't like Amazon jacked the prices up. If Amazon was doing it, they would have been more than the sticker price. The sticker price is $199, and as soon as they had them allocated, they had them on their site for $199. It wasn't like they put them up for $250 or $300. So, because if it would have been Amazon holding off on them, they would have been jacking up the price. Amazon, just like the Pip-Boy, as soon as they got more allocated, they put them on there for the sticker price. So that, it just tells me that Bethesda could have done it before the beta, and they wanted people to end up buying 2 of them, and they got us. We did it. Well, at least I did, and I'm sure there's others like me out there. And it's chicken shit. That's how, no other way to put it. To treat us that way, and then to find out, and they never disclosed that they couldn't get the canvas bag. So during all of that, while they didn't have any allocated, there was none available for weeks. There was nothing available on Amazon, nothing available on Best Buy. You just couldn't get them. All that time, and they say, oh, well, it was because we found out that it was going to be too expensive to produce them, and we didn't have the materials they didn't have the materials to do it, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but you didn't tell anybody that, and you ended up reallocating new copies after the beta. So when you reallocated, you could have put a note on there saying, the bag inside this edition has changed from canvas to nylon. You didn't do that either. So, yeah, deceptive shit, for sure. And it's very disappointing. It really is. Anyway, but that's one thing I don't think anybody else has been talking about, is the fact that they got us for now I've got this one that I'm going to try to I'll probably end up trying to resell this to somebody, that if anybody even wants it, if they ever fix the game, somebody might want this. It's sealed, and it's the Steelbook edition, and so somebody might want it at some point. So I'll just hang on to it and see. Maybe if I get back into doing videos regularly, and I start, getting monetized at some point down the road when I hit all the whatever the thresholds are, maybe I'll do a giveaway or something like that and just give it away to somebody random, pick a name out of a hat or something. But anyway, so that's my feelings on the Fallout 76 thing. I'm gonna do some more that like next week when I do another one of these. I'll talk about what's happening at our table back here with our D&D campaign. I'll talk a little bit about some of the other video games and stuff I've been playing and that kind of stuff. Because one of the big ones was Battle for Azeroth, World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth, that expansion. And I'll talk a little bit about that. I'll talk about some of the products that I bought from Wizards of the Coast for 5th edition. I bought some of the stuff, that I want to show on camera and all that when I'll have some more time, and I'll do that. So, yeah, we'll get back into it here, and we'll see if we can just enjoy this. You guys can leave comments down below. You can always follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that. Greyhawk 4x4, all of them, and we will catch you on the flip side.